Esperance Volunteer Resource Centre, Kylie here. How can I help you?
Hi Kylie, what's out of the box?
What's out of the box? Well, let's have a little look and see what's out of the box, hey? Out of the box is actually one of our volunteer centre programs which looks at engaging volunteers who perhaps haven't historically been engaged in volunteering before. It aligns with the national standards for volunteer involvement, particularly Standard 4, which is that recruitment is equitable and diversity is valued. Some of the people that we would like to look at engaging out of the box are people who are seeking a sea change, transient workers, people who are unemployed, First Nations people, or newly arrived migrants. Also young people, people who have disabilities and or mental illnesses, and vulnerable women.
My name's Jolene Wilson and I'm the Volunteer Coordinator at the Esperance Aged Care Facility. The Volunteer Resource Centre has been fantastic. I've attended a couple of the workshops that they've hosted which have been very beneficial in engaging volunteers. They've been wonderful for answering any quick questions I've had and referring people, and they've always found great matches for us. An example being Elizabeth. She came to the Esperance Resource Centre and saw our advertisement for a gardener.
My name is Elizabeth and we are at the Aged Care Centre. I'm doing a volunteer every day, 5 days a week, and I love it. I have an hour in that beautiful garden, veggie garden behind me. I water all the veggies and then I do a bit of pruning, whatever is needed, and then I go inside and help in the activity room with the residents coming in and having a cup of coffee or cake, a bicky or whatever. Yeah. Originally I come from Romania, but that was 44 years ago. And then last year I decided I need a change, and the nice change to make was Esperance. I came to town and I said I need something to do, and I went to employment office and they recommend to do some voluntary job. And then almost the next day I came to the library there. Straight away we sat down and they recommend a few places, and I had a few offers and I said I will try the aged care facility.
Some of the impacts we've seen in terms of these people from priority groups who've come through the Esperance Volunteer Resource Centre is that ability to be able to meet with people who often have never volunteered before. For many of them, they're new to our town. They have barriers to be able to engage in volunteering, which might be transport, it might be language barriers, it might be cultural barriers. And then to walk with them on that journey towards making them feel comfortable with putting in an expression of interest to one of the amazing volunteer roles that we have available in our community.
I love my role as a volunteer coordinator. I get to talk with many people and I often hear how much they love coming here and what they're doing.
Talking to the resident, it makes me feel good talking, because every resident has got a story or whatever if you start talking, and it's really nice.
Our Wednesday Walkers Club is a new group. It just evolved in time. One of their ladies said let's take people for a walk. So gradually our walkers have grown. I think our volunteers get to enjoy the joy that they bring. They get the circle of it, what they give, they get back in appreciation from our residents and from being here.
It's important to volunteer, first of all. If you can help other people, it's very important and it's good for the community. And in the meantime, you also help yourself. Yeah, you feel good about it.
What would you say to anyone thinking about volunteering in the Esperance?
Just do it, don't think about it.
Look what it says on the bottom here. Volunteering. Yeah, volunteering is good for the soul. Yeah.
So if you would like some help with how you can think out of the box, then you can get in touch with the Volunteer Resource Centre and we can help you look at ways where you can motivate potential volunteers and excite them about your cause. We can look at ways that you could offer more accessible roles for people to include, a diverse range of potential volunteers in your organisation. And we can also help you with resources that you can provide training and support for your volunteers to help them in their roles as well. And what we're helping you to do is aiming for an inclusive environment at your organisation where your volunteers feel valued and respected. Why don't you get out of the box And hop on to the Esperance Volunteer Resource Centre website, check out our projects and resources page where you will find lots of information about the ways that you can create a more inclusive volunteering base at your organisation and how you can look at recruiting volunteers from all parts of our wonderful community.